Most people don't quit in the first week, but they don't quit the first month either. They typically quit around 90 days. And it's not because they're lazy, it's because no one tells them what happened after the honeymoon phase. It's funny. Typically, people, when they talk about the honeymoon phase, they're talking about the relationship. But the honeymoon phase happens in nearly all aspects of our life. It's more common than we think. If you ever feel like you started out strong, feeling motivated, saw some early progress, but then you slowly fell off, this video is for you. Not because quitting or failing after 90 days is a personal failure, because it's a predictable problem. Let me tell you why it happens and how we can avoid it. So let's go back to the honeymoon phase. The first week of the gym feels amazing. You're motivated. You feel sore in the right way. The scale might move. The punch might feel crazy. That's because early progress tricks people into thinking that's how training always feels. But that phase doesn't last. It's not supposed to. Progress slows and people panic. Around the 6 to 10 weeks mark, things change. Progress slows, motivation fails, workouts feel normal, results aren't obvious anymore. This is where people feel like they're doing something wrong. They change up their programs. They want to add more cardio. They want to change their diet. They want to stop showing up so early. But nothing's wrong. This is when you really start becoming like someone who goes to the gym consistently. No one prepares you for like the boring part. Like if you go on social media now, you see the highlights. Oh, someone just first hitting 225. Someone first hitting like 315 on bench. Someone squatting 800 pounds. And yes, they're like anything in life. There's some highs and there's some lows, right? But it doesn't show you the boring middle. The weeks where you train up, leave, nothing exciting happens. That's consistency. Like everything in life, there's a gradual like increase of when things are like going exceptional and when things are just repetitive and mundane and you feel like, oh, am I even if this is this even worth continuously doing? And to be honest, the answer is yes. People quit right where consistency would have started compounding. I'm gonna give you guys like a personal story of my own, right? So one of the first gyms I went to was Planet Fitness, and the only reason why there's gonna be a reason why I'm mentioning this story. And like most people, it's funny. If I could see myself from a couple of years ago to now, like I hated working out. I hated how I felt. I didn't know what I was doing, and I hated that I had no like any type of guidance. And what's funny about the whole situation is, if I didn't meet someone at the gym who eventually became my gym partner, we worked with each other for like six months. I don't think I'd be where I was today. So essentially, I think one of the first actual leg days I had, I was sore for like 3 days. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because like those 6 months, I don't think I did anything remarkable. I got stronger. I grew in the habit of enjoying going to the gym, but like nothing like essentially remarkable happened in a sense. Like it was just a case of like you show up, you came, you're done. Well, like and the funny thing is, I think my split back then was just push pull legs. Like it was nothing complicated. But the reason why I'm saying that is you need to start from the bottom before you could shoot for the mountain, in a sense, right? So yes, your first 90 days might seem boring, might seem repetitive, but you need to do the boring stuff before you can get to the good stuff. Perfect example is if you had a Ferrari from day one, you wouldn't really appreciate the value of your Ferrari compared to like you really had to work to get your Ferrari. So essentially, all I'm really saying is enjoy the small moments where you don't like really like how your progress is looking, how you're looking. That's motivation for you to realize, okay, I can make a change for myself. Anyway, enough about my tangent. Most beginners quit because their expectations are unrealistic. They think motivation should stay high. They think progress should be fast. They should feel like every workout should be intense. Road training is a lot more quieter than that. It even shows up when you feel like it shouldn't. Like, and this is how I think you could get past your 90 days in a sense. If you actually want to make it past the 90 days, this is what I actually stops. Stop training for novelty. Simply train longer. Don't diet early. Track consistency, not excitement. Your goal isn't to look impressive right now. Your goal is to still be training and eventually look impressive in the future. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I like to look in, like, the long run. I don't like to look in the short term if I don't have to. A perfect example is I know eventually for me, I want to hit 405 on bench, right? Right now, I'm pretty close to hitting 405, but I'm not exactly there. So for me, I'm looking, that's my long term goal. Before, my long term goal is hitting 315. We've already done that. So I think it's important for you guys to set goals for yourself. That way, like, at the same time, I don't want you to just always continuously set goals to the point where it's like, okay, you did B, now you want to get to C, now you want to get to D, because eventually you should be proud of the progress you accomplished. Because a couple months ago, you would have never thought you could have done this. Now, long story short, most beginners fail not because they lack discipline, because no one tells them that the boring phase is normal. If you can stay through that phase, everything changes. Like, quite frankly, I can honestly say, like, I'm enjoying the gym more than I ever was. And also, the same thing is like, it's important, like, about your environment. Like, some environments, you might not feel like they're like conducive to your development, or you feel like this is like helping you, like, push past like long term. So, if you need to find an environment that you feel like helps you reach the goals you want to accomplish, then I'm all for that, because I think it's important you enjoy. I'm big on finding things you enjoy, otherwise, you're not going to stick to it. Like, a perfect example is, I could never be a garbage man. I hate picking up garbage. Why would I make that a job? So relating this back to like fitness or your fitness goals, if you want to, like, don't try to do CrossFit, calisthenics, or like become a power lifter if that's not what you want, or become a bodybuilder. Like, do things that you want to do. If you want to get abs, work to get abs. If you want to get stronger, work to get stronger. If you want to get aesthetic, work to get aesthetic. Like, we all have different goals, but it's important that you find like what works for you instead of just trying to become amalgamation of everything. Now, if you're early in your journey and this resonated with you, you're doing better than you think. In the next video, I'll break down what I'd actually focus on in my next 6 months without complicating it. I hope I see you there.